30 Rockers, and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 69, and it was another day of raw foods and Bikram yoga. Bikram yoga, this was my third session, and I was able to, for the first time, stay in the room the entire 90 minutes. The first time, I had to excuse myself for about 5 minutes, and then the second time I went, as I told you, I broke my own rule. I didn't eat and needed to leave. So today my goal was to make sure that I stayed through the entire session, and I was able to do that. There are still some, well, I mean, I struggle with all of the positions, but there are a couple that I find painful to do, and just either stand or sit and watch and observe during those. There was one position that I was in, and my knees just started to hurt. And it was like there was a fat guy sitting on top of my knees, and then sure enough I look in the mirror and there was a fat guy on my knees. This fat guy. So that's changing though, and but it's interesting, you know, when you just live your life and you're not very active to begin with, and even with the workouts that I had been doing, there wasn't enough things that I was doing that were outside of my comfort zone to really put stress on my body. And so you get used to carrying extra weight around and it actually feels kind of normal, which is unfortunate. And that's one of the reasons that I think that people can gain weight like they do and not be, you know, I mean, go ahead and strap on 150 pounds and walk around with it every day. You couldn't do that just starting out. You add the weight incrementally, your body adjusts to it, and it starts to feel like what normal is now. And so to get into some of these positions and go, wow, there's too much weight on this joint, was an interesting thing to have happen. And I'm surprised it didn't actually happen doing even just my regular workouts, but I certainly notice it now, and I'm looking forward to having the results come quickly. So, also got a chance to meet a fellow 30 Rocker, Erica, who was in the yoga studio tonight as well. And she, on the other hand, does the positions wonderfully. And it was just a real pleasure to meet her and to hear that she's an avid watcher. And so, hello. And you know, that's one of the other things that I haven't talked about in a while is support, and I just really appreciate it. This is kind of a twisted thing that went through my head today after meeting Erica. Is I thought, well, now I've got people that are watching 30 Rock that I know in my personal that they're watching 30 Rock, and I'm having interactions in my life. And so, you know, not that Erica's at yoga every day, but you know, I certainly can't come here and say I went to yoga, and she'll say like, no, you didn't. And so I thought, wouldn't it be great if the whole nation watched 30 Rock? And that way, anytime that I wanted to deviate at all, it would be 30 Rockers going, nope, hey, you better talk about that if that's what you're going to do. So it was, like I said, it was kind of a twisted minor thought that I had. But the accountability and coming and doing 30 Rock is such a great thing for me, and to know that that you guys enjoy watching the videos as well and continue to support me, I just really appreciate. Speaking of that, we've got a contest that we've been running. I will announce the winner tomorrow, so this is your last chance to get involved. The contest is at 30rock.ning.com, and if you're watching on YouTube, it's posted on your left-hand side there. And all you need to do is go to the contest on the main page and tell me what you're good at. A lot of times when you're trying to do something new, I find it's easy to beat yourself up for all the things you're not good at. I could tell you how bad I am at yoga, but like one of the gentlemen said to me afterwards today, he said, hey, showing up is half the battle. And it really is. And you know what? When I want to, I'm good at showing up. And so I just want you to tell me something that you're good at, or lots of things that you're good at. There are so many great people out there that sometimes we just get buried under worrying about this and that and what we're not good at. And I just want to put the focus on what you're good at. So let me know what that is. And the contest is for donut holes from Pure Market Express, as well as a Pure Market Express t-shirt, and we'll get that shipped right out to the winner. I will pick a name out of the hat from everybody that entered and announce that winner tomorrow night. I thought there was one more thing I was going to talk about. Oh, there is one more thing I'm going to talk about. This is way out there, but I need your help with something. We've got a co-op that wants to carry Pure Market Express food. They've got a very limited space. Now they want something that I don't even know if it exists. I talked to some manufacturers, I talked to some salespeople, and they say it doesn't exist, but I don't believe anything's impossible, as you know, so I'm going to ask you, maybe you know. Here are my requirements. It's 24 inches wide, it's 24 inches deep, it's 60 inches tall, and it's an open merchandiser. So what that means, it's a cooler that doesn't have a door on it like you see deli items in. And so I've looked and I thought, well, I'll just ask the 30 Rock family if they know of somebody or know somebody who might know somebody who would know if there's one out there. I just need one. So that's my request. If you know anything about it, if you can help out in any way, please let me know. Would love to have this location carry our food, but they've got this very strict size requirement based on their space needs. So, and they're very excited about having it as well. But I need this maybe impossible, maybe not impossible find. So if you can help me out, I'd appreciate it. Let me know. Until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there and rock on.